Hey everyone, it's VJose32 back with another deck review, and this time it is the DeLand's $100 deck, and it says DeLand's $100 deck on the front. There's this circular symbol, and it says Magic Makers Inc., SS Adams Company, Sioux Falls, South Dakota, USA. Damn camera's always crooked for some reason. Apologize, I'm just trying to... Oh, there you go. Better. And then on this side, it says DeLand's $100 deck. On this side, same thing. On the top, it says DeLand's deck. And there is a white USPC seal, which is bizarre. I've never seen that before. And then on the bottom, it says, from the world's leader in tricks and magic DVDs, MagicMakersInc.com. And for the record, there is another deck that's basically the same, if not identically the same. I actually ordered it, so we'll find out in a week or two, but it's the DeLand's automatic deck. Apparently it's the same, but I'm not sure. We'll find out. And there's the back design. Pretty interesting, but also a little bit, I don't know, something about it. And then it is a marked deck, and it is also beveled and everything, so I'll show you that in a minute. Flap, there's nothing. Here, there's some numbers of no importance. We open it up. We get a couple of gaff cards for the $1 Million Monty trick. Ace of Diamonds with a 2 of Clubs index, and 2 of Clubs with an Ace of Diamonds index. And if you haven't seen that trick, you should find it on YouTube because it's a pretty cool trick. The back design, like I said, all the cards are marked. You got all these circular symbols on here. 14 circles to be exact. On the top and bottom, there's a copyright 1913 by T.L. DeLand. You can sort of see it right here. And then here, these 2 circles, you basically got just a symbol, and it says DeLand. And then all these circles in here basically mean nothing. And then these ones in the corners are your indicators, your markings. All these circles around the perimeter are for the values. Like this one, I think is, actually it's a 6. And then the one in the center is for a king value. And then these 4 little ones inside that center circle as well, those are for the suit. Over its hearts, diamonds, spades, or clubs. I'm not familiar with the positions on them, or which one is which. So I won't be trying to identify any cards. But this one I think is a free. Oh, 2, so I have close. This one is an ace. No, wait, a queen. That's weird. This one's a free. Yeah. Alright, anyway, you get the idea. These ones have a much better stock and finish. I think they are basically an air cushion finish from the United States Playing Card Company. By the way, this Apex Bomb deck is not from the USPC. I'm not even sure what the company is. But anyways, it's definitely not the USPC. These ones are, and as a result, they have a much better stock and finish on them. Air cushion finish. Bicycle stock, I believe. They handle nicely, they fan nicely, as you can see. Spread nicely. And the markings are a little bit easier to identify, I think, as long as you know which ones are which. So in my opinion, if you were to get a deck of marked cards, I'd recommend probably the David Blaine deck, but this one is probably better because it's actually marked and beveled. I believe it's beveled. Yes, it is. And there's a lot more you can do with it. It's a little bit weird when I shuffle it because it almost feels like there's cards sticking together. Anyway, If I turn a card backwards though, you can see that it is in fact beveled like a stripper deck. I could easily pull that card out. I like it. Very easy to use. The cards themselves are standard bicycles through and through, as you can see. Standard bicycle court cards and faces. Nothing too special about that. Handles nicely though, look at that. It does have a fairly standard Joker. This is from the Arco, Tahoe, and Streamline decks, and possibly some other ones. Fairly standard, nothing special about them. Definitely not one of my favorite Jokers. This says Joker on both sides. Got this jester type guy with his clubs, hearts, diamonds, spades on his hat, and also down here. And there's only one Joker. The Ace of Spades, also fairly standard. It's exactly like the one on the aforementioned decks, just Streamline, the Arco, and the Tahoe. Except that it doesn't even say anything. It's very plain. It just says Magic Makers Inc., SS Adams, Sioux Falls, South Dakota on the bottom, made in USA, and that's it. It doesn't say anything on the spade bit. Very bland, kind of boring. Although it is a fairly nice spade bit, it just would be nice if it said something on it. Or if it was a little bit, I don't know, it's just not my favorite, obviously. Overall, pretty good deck of cards. Like I said, for some reason it shuffles kind of weird. And I don't think it would fill very nicely. I'll try to show you that. It's pretty weird for shuffling. But anyways, the hand are pretty good. And if you're into Magic, it should definitely be a good deck to pick up if you can figure out the markings. Or if you're into card collecting, pick up this, pick up the Apex Bomb if you can find it. This one is not quite as hard to find as the Apex Bomb. If you can't find this one, you can find the automatic deck. I actually got this one from Mer67 on eBay, and there's other sellers with them on eBay. You can even find vintage versions of those decks. Speaking of which, I've won some auctions for some vintage decks, so I'm looking forward to checking those out. I'm not sure what the quality is going to be because they are used and they are vintage, but it should be a fairly nice addition to my collection. And I've also gone ahead and bought a set of free replica Jerry's Nugget decks, and I look forward to getting those and reviewing them. They are not the cheap plastic knockoffs, they're actually paper versions, so I'm hoping they will be decent quality. And they weren't that cheap either, they were like 60 bucks plus shipping, so practically 25 bucks a piece. Hopefully they'll be worth it, and I will definitely review them once I get them. Anyway, that is the DeLands deck. Pretty interesting. I would probably give it a 7 out of 10. Would be higher if the markings were a little bit easier to tell, or the back design was a little bit more appealing, or if it had a nicer Ace of Spades and a nicer Joker. There's so many things that would have made it just a little bit better, a little bit nicer. If they didn't do, and that hurts it in the end a little bit. But it's still a pretty good deck of cards to have, especially if you're into Magic. That is the DeLands $100 deck. The automatic deck, I have that coming. Apparently it's the same thing. If it is, one of these is going to be a contest prize in the future. So look forward to that. And I will have more details on my next contest coming up Sunday when I do the results. It is a little bit different. It's not going to be for everyone probably, but we shall see. And hopefully it turns out good. Anyway, That's what I have for now. I will see you next time with more deck reviews and stuff. Alright. See ya.